God says, "My beloved soul, congratulations." Not because everything in your life is already perfect, not because every prayer has been answered overnight, but because you have reached a turning point you once doubted you would survive long enough to see. You are still standing. You are still believing. You are still trying even when it would have been easier to give up quietly. That perseverance alone is worth recognition. Before you think about the very good news, understand this first. The greatest shift has already begun inside you. You have been walking through a season that felt confusing at times. Some days you felt hopeful. Other days you questioned whether anything was truly changing. But even in the confusion, you kept moving. Even in the silence, you kept working. Even when you did not see immediate results, you did not completely stop. That consistency, even when imperfect, created alignment. Alignment is when your effort, your growth, and your timing begin to move together. And that is exactly where you are now. This message is not about fear. It is not about pressure. It is about awareness. When something positive is approaching, awareness matters. Many people miss good moments because they are distracted by doubt or overthinking. They expect blessings to look dramatic, but often they arrive gently. A conversation. A realization. A small breakthrough that leads to a larger one. The very good news you are about to receive may not shout loudly, but it will feel right. It will feel aligned. It will feel like confirmation that your patience was not wasted. Look at how much you have matured emotionally. There was a time when uncertainty would have overwhelmed you. You would have reacted quickly, made rushed decisions, or doubted yourself instantly. Now you pause. Now you think. Now you respond instead of react. That emotional stability is powerful. It protects what is coming next. When good news arrives, stability allows you to handle it wisely. Without stability, excitement turns into chaos. With stability, excitement turns into expansion. You might already feel something shifting. Maybe your thoughts are clearer. Maybe you are less afraid of the future. Maybe you feel more ready than before. That readiness is not accidental. It has been built through quiet growth. Quiet growth is powerful because it strengthens your foundation before visible results appear. Foundations determine how high you can rise without collapsing. Your foundation is stronger than it used to be. The good news connected to your life is not random luck. It is the result of preparation meeting opportunity. You have been refining yourself. You have been correcting habits. You have been learning lessons the hard way at times. Those lessons were not setbacks, they were structure. Structure creates sustainability. Sustainability creates long-term success. You are stepping into sustainability, not temporary excitement. Stay present. Stay calm. Stay observant. Something meaningful is aligning, and your role is not to panic or rush but to remain aware. Awareness allows you to recognize the moment when confirmation arrives. Confirmation may come through a message, a decision, a door opening, or a sudden clarity about what to do next. Whatever form it takes, receive it with confidence. Congratulations is not just a word here. It is recognition of your growth. Recognition of your patience. Recognition of your resilience. The very good news is connected to the person. You have become, not just the outcome you desire. And that is why this moment matters. You are ready in a way you were not before. God says, "My beloved soul, the very good news I am speaking about is not something random falling into your life without reason. It is something that has been forming quietly while you were learning lessons you did not fully understand at the time. You thought certain delays were disappointments, but they were adjustments. You thought certain closed doors were rejection, but they were redirection. You thought certain silent seasons meant nothing was happening, but in reality everything was being aligned carefully. When alignment is delicate, it happens quietly. When preparation is important, it takes time. And your life has been under preparation. You have grown emotionally stronger than you realize. There were situations that once would have completely shaken your confidence, yet now you handle them with calm reflection. That is not small progress. Emotional stability changes your entire trajectory. When you are stable inside, your decisions become clearer. Clear decisions create stronger results. Strong results build confidence. Confidence attracts greater opportunity. This is the cycle that has already begun in your life. The good news is connected to this new cycle, not to luck or coincidence. You may have noticed that your perspective has shifted recently. Things that once triggered you do not affect you the same way. You are less interested in proving yourself and more interested in improving yourself. That change is powerful because when you stop seeking validation and start focusing on growth, your energy becomes focused. Focused energy produces measurable progress. And measurable progress becomes visible transformation. The very good news approaching you is not separate from your effort, it is a response to it. Stay attentive in the coming days. Good news does not always arrive as a loud announcement. Sometimes it appears as clarity about a decision you have been postponing. Sometimes it appears as confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. Sometimes it appears as a small opportunity that leads to something much bigger. Many people overlook small beginnings because they are waiting for dramatic change. But dramatic change is built on small beginnings. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stagnant is awareness. Awareness recognizes potential in subtle moments. Do not allow doubt to interrupt this alignment. Doubt often becomes louder just before growth becomes visible. When something good is near, insecurity tries to question your worth. But remember how much you have already overcome. Remember how many times you adapted. Remember how many times you improved instead of quitting. That history is evidence. Evidence builds self-belief. Self-belief strengthens action. Action produces results. Results reinforce belief. This cycle is stabilizing in your life. There is also a deeper lesson about patience in this season. Patience is not waiting passively. Patience is preparing actively while trusting timing. You have been preparing even when you felt tired. You have been adjusting your mindset even when results were slow. That quiet preparation is now positioning you for confirmation. Confirmation does not mean the journey is finished. It means you are moving in alignment. Alignment feels peaceful. It does not feel chaotic or rushed. When you experience the shift, you will recognize it by the calm certainty inside you. Your growth has made you ready for responsibility. Good news often brings responsibility with it. Responsibility is not pressure, it is capacity. It means you are capable of managing expansion wisely. You are no longer reacting emotionally to every change. You are analyzing. You are planning. You are thinking long-term. That long-term thinking protects your progress. Sustainable growth requires structure, and you are building that structure daily through your habits and decisions. Continue refining yourself. Continue strengthening your discipline. Continue choosing awareness over distraction. The very good news is not meant to overwhelm you but to confirm that your direction is correct. When confirmation arrives, receive it calmly. Do not rush. Do not overreact. Let it settle. Let it integrate into your life naturally. Stability will allow it to expand instead of fade. Congratulations once again, because the shift you have been hoping for is no longer distant. It is aligning with the version of you that has matured, learned, and grown stronger. This is not about fear of missing something. This is about being present enough to recognize what is already forming. Stay calm. Stay observant. Stay steady. Something positive is unfolding in your favor, and you are prepared to handle it wisely. God says, "My beloved soul, now you are entering the stage where the meaning behind very good news becomes clearer, because good news is not only about an external event, it is about the internal readiness that allows you to recognize, receive, and sustain that event. You have changed. More than you give yourself credit for. You are thinking more deeply. You are reacting more wisely. You are choosing growth over comfort more often than before. These are not small shifts. They are foundational upgrades. And when foundations strengthen, the structure above them can finally rise higher without instability. You may have spent a long time feeling like you were waiting. Waiting for confirmation. Waiting for opportunity. Waiting for clarity. But what you did not realize was that while you were waiting, you were building. You were building resilience by facing disappointment. You were building patience by enduring delays. You were building discipline by continuing even when motivation faded. That building process was the real preparation. Many people want immediate breakthroughs, but they are not willing to go through quiet construction. You went through construction. And now your structure is strong enough to support something bigger. There is something powerful about the calmness you have developed. Calmness is not weakness, it is control. When you are calm, you see situations more clearly. When you are calm, you avoid unnecessary conflict. When you are calm, you make decisions based on long-term benefit instead of short-term emotion. That calm energy attracts stability. Stability attracts trust. Trust opens doors. Doors lead to expansion. The very good news aligning in your life is connected to this calm strength you have built. Do not underestimate subtle progress. You might notice small shifts before large confirmations. Perhaps a situation that once felt blocked starts to move slowly. Perhaps someone begins to recognize your effort. Perhaps you feel more confident speaking up or taking initiative. These are signals of alignment. Alignment does not shout, it aligns quietly until it becomes undeniable. Stay attentive to these signals. Awareness multiplies opportunity. You are also learning the difference between impulse and intention. In the past, impulse may have driven some of your decisions. Now intention guides you more often. Intention creates direction. Direction creates focus. Focus strengthens results. Results build confidence. Confidence expands capacity. This upward cycle is forming in your life. The good news approaching you will feel aligned with your intention, not chaotic like impulse. Another important shift is your relationship with doubt. Doubt still appears, but it does not control you the way it once did. You acknowledge it, but you do not surrender to it. That emotional maturity protects your growth. Growth requires courage. Courage does not mean absence of fear, it means movement despite uncertainty. You are moving despite uncertainty. That alone proves your strength. As this alignment unfolds, remain grounded. Grounded people sustain blessings. They do not let excitement distort their discipline. They do not let opportunity distract them from structure. They continue refining habits even after progress appears. Continue strengthening your daily routines. Continue improving your mindset. Continue protecting your energy from negativity. Growth is a process, not a single moment. The very good news connected to you is not about pressure. It is about confirmation. Confirmation that your direction is correct. Confirmation that your effort is producing momentum. Confirmation that you are capable of handling more responsibility. Responsibility and reward often arrive together. You are ready for both because you have built internal stability first. Stay steady. Stay observant. Stay disciplined. You are not chasing good news anymore. You are aligning with it. Alignment feels peaceful. It feels earned. It feels stable. And when it arrives fully, you will recognize it not by noise, but by the calm certainty inside you that says, "This is right." God says, "My beloved soul, this is the moment where everything comes together not as noise or sudden excitement, but as quiet confirmation that your life is moving in the right direction." The very good news I spoke about was never meant to create fear of missing something, it was meant to awaken awareness of what is already aligning. You have crossed an invisible line in your growth. You are no longer reacting the way you once did. You are no longer doubting yourself at every step. You are thinking more clearly, deciding more wisely, and moving more intentionally. That shift alone changes your entire future. There was a time when you depended on external signs to feel secure. You wanted reassurance from people, validation from circumstances, proof from visible results. Now you are building internal assurance. Internal assurance is powerful because it does not collapse when conditions change. When your confidence comes from within, you remain steady whether progress is fast or slow. That steadiness is what allows blessings to expand instead of disappear. Many people receive opportunities but lose them because they are emotionally unstable. You, however, are becoming emotionally grounded. The good news connected to your life is not only about a single event, it is about momentum. Momentum means things begin to move consistently in a positive direction. It may start small. It may begin with clarity about what to do next. It may appear as an open door where there was once confusion. It may show up as recognition for effort you thought was unnoticed. Whatever form it takes, it will feel aligned with your preparation. You will sense that it fits your growth. That is how you know it is real. You have built resilience through challenges. You have built discipline through delay. You have built patience through waiting. Those qualities are now supporting your expansion. Expansion without discipline collapses quickly. Expansion with discipline becomes sustainable. You are stepping into sustainable growth. Sustainable growth is not flashy, but it is powerful. It builds layer upon layer until success becomes stable rather than temporary. As this confirmation unfolds, protect your focus. Distraction often increases when progress begins. Old doubts may try to resurface. Comparisons may attempt to shake your confidence. But remember how far you have come. Remember the effort you invested. Remember the lessons you learned. Those lessons were not wasted. They shaped your character. Character sustains opportunity. Opportunity rewards character. Continue refining your habits even after you notice improvement. Do not become comfortable too quickly. Growth is a journey of continuous refinement. The version of you today is stronger than yesterday, but there is still room to evolve. Stay curious. Stay disciplined. Stay open to learning. Progress compounds when effort remains consistent. Consistency turns small wins into long-term success. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where your preparation has positioned you to be. Timing is not accidental, it is connected to readiness. You are receiving alignment now because you are capable of handling it now. That capability was built through experience, reflection, and growth. Trust that process. If this message strengthened your spirit, type "I receive with gratitude" in the comments as your declaration. Like this video to affirm that you are ready for steady progress, not temporary excitement. Share it with someone who needs encouragement to stay patient in their growth. And subscribe if you are committed to continuing this journey of clarity, discipline, and sustainable expansion. You are not waiting for good news anymore. You are living in the momentum that creates it.